Soca crew, to the front. If I could have just a moment of your time. Now you see this song here? Guys, this song is absolutely awful. And we're going to talk about why. Hi guys, my name is Rasheeda, and today we're going to be talking about reproductive coercion, black women, and black music. Now, I'm a lot of things. My work, my passion, and my heart is for black women, reproductive justice, maternal health equity, community, and more. But one thing about it, I am a soca, carnival, calypso girly. My heritage is Guyanese, Jamaican, and Bajan. And as a black British Caribbean woman, for me, there is no other genre, no other setting that evokes the joy, the euphoria, the connection to history, ancestry, and culture quite like soca. And I think for black women in particular, there is a certain magic that we get from the experience that we get from few other places. And when I think particularly about the history of Carnival, when I think about how black women's bodies were subjected under enslavement and colonialism, and the fact that we were still able to find mechanisms to connect with our bodies and our spirits and our movement and our waistline on our own terms, for me is revolutionary in and of itself. And when I'm in the fete, that's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm embodying. And of course, this is a culture that's made up of diverse voices. The South Asian, Caribbean influence cannot be ignored, right? But let's be clear, without black women, our majesty, our essence, our musicality, there is none of this. We are the sustainers of culture, history, tradition, and we are truly magic, and we know this. But alongside this reality, black women experience some of the biggest disparities across a number of areas. And one area where we are consistently overrepresented and undersupported is in the area of intimate partner violence. And one form of intimate partner violence that doesn't get talked about enough is reproductive coercion. And some of you may not have heard of this term before, so let me break it down. Reproductive coercion is a form of intimate partner violence that occurs when a person attempts to control the autonomous reproductive decision-making of their partner. It generally shows up in three main ways. Firstly, birth control sabotage. So this could be destroying or hiding your birth control pills, poking holes in condoms, removing a condom during sex without consent, also known as stealthing, or maybe lying about having a vasectomy. Secondly, it could take the form of pregnancy pressure, so making you have a baby when you don't want to, manipulating you into having a baby, saying things like, I'm gonna put a baby in you. And thirdly, it could be attempting to control pregnancy outcomes. So that could be forcing someone to have an abortion, forcing someone to continue a pregnancy when they don't want to, or causing harm in order to cause miscarriage. But importantly, reproductive coercion almost always accompanies other forms of intimate partner violence: physical, emotional, sexual, financial. And studies have shown that black women are at least 40% more likely to experience reproductive coercion. A study published this year looking at reproductive coercion across Jamaica and Vietnam found that 44% of Jamaican women surveyed had experienced reproductive coercion. Studies in the US have found that over 50% of black women surveyed in similar studies had experienced it too. And this has life-changing consequences for women and is disproportionately harming black women every single day, on the continent, on the islands, and in the diaspora. And it's not to be made light of at all, ever. And that's why this song really bothers me so much. And I also can't help but contend with the fact that black women are so often deeply protective of our culture, of our music, and so often we're almost conditioned to turn a blind eye to blatant disrespect and the disregarding of us within these contexts. And that's across genres: rap, hip hop, soca, dancehall, R&B, whatever. But Lyrics are things, they are utterances. This is culture that comes to normalize behavior and has deep and profound impact. And so this isn't about slack, it's not about bacchanal. This is violence against women and the normalization of reproductive coercion against women in a context that is generally Black women. And that's not something we should be singing along to, walking up to, or playing in environments that at their heart and origin are about our collective freedom. So DJs, folks who claim to love and support us, I'm gonna need you to be about it and remove this song from your rotations ASAP. I hope you enjoyed this video, and more importantly, I hope you learned something. If you're interested in more content, videos around reproductive justice, birth work, maternal health, equity, give me a comment.